Okay, so now that that's all sorted out, that can now just be left to building its own devices, which, from what I can see, is doing all right. Long way down. Okay. And on that note of it being a long way down, we get some railing in. So, as this way is oops. Sorry, so again, as the railing is this way round, and why have I got a massive hole in there? Weird. Okay. Right, so done all that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do all of the straight ones at the moment. Get all of this in place. Hey, what the hell is going on here? I mean, I'm nowhere near my PCU limit. I'm sure of that. Actually, I am. Ah, okay. That is going to complicate things a lot. Right, I might have to... Yeah, I think I'm... Yeah, alright. Okay, let's come out of this. Right, in this sort of circumstance, PCU limit is great because it then does limit your builds. Yeah, if you're... Like, for when I was doing, like, Requiem, for example, it meant that I could only have a limited amount of blocks and things like that. However, for what we're doing in Hoodwinked, I think what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to go edit settings, we need to go advanced, and then somewhere down here we're going to remove block limits. Now, as you saw, that's going to be detrimental if we've got like a potato computer. Yeah, I mean, one could argue that mine already is. And basically, once you get to a certain amount of blocks, things are going to start slowing down. You're going to start seeing framing and things like that. I mean, I personally can't see it. Yeah, even when it's down to something like 45 frames per second, I still can't see it. Probably it's because of the way my eyes work. But I know people who, at 60 frames per second, it makes them feel nauseous. It makes them feel dizzy. So, yeah, they need things that work 100 frames plus for them to not feel nauseous. I mean, it's bizarre that each person has a different threshold, but you know, we are all different. We are, you know, even though we're all human, yeah, we all have certain different thresholds and abilities and criterias that were designed into us, if you will. I mean, that's the way I believe it anyway. Right. So hopefully now nothing else is going to disappear on us. He says, probably finding a hole here right under his feet. I've actually had that once where part of something I was building disappeared right underneath my character's feet. I was like, you know, I suddenly found myself dead and it was like, what the heck is going on here? There we go. Okay. So, now for the diagonals. Just a finish that off. Alright, hopefully that's dawn coming in now. So we'll be able to see what we're doing a lot better than we are at the moment. Okay, so we've now got this sealed enclosed space, which is great. Right, I'm going to use the spectator cam. Hold on, where am I? I'm over here. I need to be over here. See what's going on. Okay, that hasn't fully retracted yet, so I've got time. Okay, now we need to put down, quote unquote, the ground rules. In other words, where we're going to put the building, how we're going to put the building. So I'm going to go back to this neon stuff that we've been using for this campaign. Right, so we want to be one out from there. There we go. So that's one of the corners of the base. I think what I'm going to do for now there we go. Let's put that nicely in place there. Now this on the other hand might need a bit tweaking, you know, jiggery pokery, because we don't want anything here. So that's going to be the wall there. So we've got room to maneuver around the outside. There we have it. That's our wall in place, and now that's, if we had a double path coming across there, then actually on this one, why don't I have a double path? I've got nothing holding me back on that one. Literally, I mean, there's... The only reason I did it on the other one was because of the... what do you call it? The... trying to think of the word. Access from the staircase. That's the words I'm looking for.
Inventory full.
Right.
Inventory full.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll add in another standard grated catwalk, and then from here we want the not the corner one, we want the wall, and then create. Oh no, because I separated it. Oh, thank God! I think that's resolved it. Whew. That's a relief.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Now, I suppose what we could do is we could actually go to town on this and create a physical hardpoint connection. Let's see, where would it put them? I'm looking for the cylinder. There it is. because we could then create like like a hard point there and say, well, that's just cabling coming through or something. Yeah. So we can make something special of it. Yeah. Actually, why there? Why not under here? Because that's what Keen does, and it looks absolutely bleeding awesome when they do it. Something like that.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
So yeah, we'll do that instead. So then we've got this. Yeah. I think that does that quite nicely. So yeah, because then we can sort of like come along, and you got that nice bit of eye candy for the base as well. Let's make it. Let's get in here closer. What we can then do is probably make it in a lighter colour. Yeah, I think that looks better. Personally, you know. It's still wrong. I don't know why. It's still wrong to me. I'm thinking gold armor. I don't know why. I just. Yeah, that looks better. I don't know why. That just to me looks better. It sort of goes with the fact that we've got like the goldy coloured rims. You got the trims between there, sort of a gold colour. So I guess it sort of makes it stand out a little bit more. I know it's a bit austere, but it stands out. Okay, now we need a way in and way out. Now normally we'd use a gate. And I think for this we're going to go back to neon dark grey. Okay, so what we got? We got that gate there. We got that gate there. Or we got that gate there. Honestly, yeah, that's going to be offset. Oh, choices. I'm gonna go with small gate.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
I mean, honestly, Lord knows why, but I actually think that one looks better for this. Actually, I think that does look quite cool. I mean, yeah, sort of lower than, say, the big old gate that we've got here, which is big and intimidating, and it sort of like screams, "Keep the heck out!" And I like what they've done here. They've got a storage area there. No access automated turrets beyond this point. Trespassers will be shot. Although saying that I really need to arm that turret for such a situation as that, even though it probably never happened. Although that is kind of cool. I like that. Okay. Problem is we can't put a label there or there because, well, we could on this side actually. I'm thinking about it, but this side we've got this here. Now what we could
Inventory full.
do, if we go rating straight, we could do that. then that will give us access to this point here. As you see, it's by putting the railing against the wall there, we can actually do something similar. So, okay, let's get rid of all that. Let's find our labeling. Where's the labeling? There it is. Okay. Alright, we want to find the similar ones, similar labels that they had. I think I'm going to do the same there. No access there, and storage area. And we'll have that one there. We'll have the zero extents, the clang extents in there. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so as we were talking about, we want the refineries and we want speed module. Well, sorry, we want the modules, I should say, because the modules, particularly the yield ones, we're going to have them like this way round. And yeah, let's have them gold this time round. You know, we'll go bit to town with all of this. 3, 4. Alright, there we go. So these will build in quite nicely where we want them. Turn this one around. Wrong way around. Like that. Alright. There we have it. That's where our refineries are going to go. And I'm going to go with the industrial version so we can actually climb up these things. If, you know, if we had the need to. Right, so that's 1 to 5 there. You're probably asking, well, what about the one that's in the main base? Well, we're going to rip that out. There we go. Oh, one thing though that I have done that I really ought not to have done was I left the wrong texture on. I mean, it's one thing having the having yield modules, but it's another thing for the where is whatever. Okay, I think what we're going to do then is, last but not least, let's move this to its new place whilst all that's building up. This makes me laugh how it sounds like the wheels are still moving. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, not suspension, sorry, the support something. Hey. I think I may need to move the supports at some point. Well, saying that though, I have been meaning to create wider supports for this project because as it stands at the moment, it's the wrong kind of support for this vehicle. Because if you look at a lot of like vehicles with like crane arms and things like that, they will quite literally have like these wide support things. I mean, look at the trailers with like the power fingers, for example. They will literally be able to pick up any load from any distance, even with maximum extension, because it's wide. So that's what I'm trying to get at here. I know I was driving with the door open. It was only a short distance, so forgive me, all those truck drivers out there, for doing the wrong thing. As it stands anyway, this is going to be a while for that to sort itself out. So let's go and have a look at what we've got going over here. Oh, look at that. Even as it is, I mean, you could tell that's going to be something else when it's done. We've got all, you know, these refineries in place, and like I say, we can walk up here, do our thing, and then once we're done, we're going to have a platform walking across here as well. So, but I think for now I'm going to let that build finish off. It's probably been more than an hour, like I've been doing recently. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Join me next time where we will be finishing off this refining station and seeing about what we're going to do next. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and bye for now. And hello everybody, and welcome back to Arcangulus Gaming. Arcangulus here, bringing you some more Space Engineers and the Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got a rebuilt drill arm at the moment. It is, I'll say 95% of the way to where I want it to be. My next alteration of it, when I have an opportunity, is I'm going to add on a couple of drills that are facing outwards that simply have no purpose other than to just be able to dig into the ground, so I don't have to manually dig into it myself. In the meantime, if I drop down here, I've just been using the buggy to move around the terrain a little. Right, you let me move. Press the key. Let me go. I need to go. Okay. If you guys are new to the channel, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us that nice comment below. Alright, okay. Last episode we built this lovely jubbly station. I've made a few minor alterations on it. I've added in a few more of the barriers. And also I've added in like this section where you can sort of like, you can still get access to like this staircase by just simply walking under the bridge. So we're all good with that. I mean, just about enough headroom in there anyways. And I've taken out the turret that was here. I've also added in a connection from the original base to this station. As you can see, we've now got a ton of storage in here. None of it is actually physically connected, so if we really wanted to put something away which we don't want EasyScript to be able to find, we can do that. It'll whinge, it'll moan and complain, but do we really care? I don't think so. Anyways, got a way in and out here as well, so we can still go up here, jump off. I don't know why you need to jump off, but there we go. And then out this way you can come, and then up and all that lovely jubbly stuff. So we'll shut the door. Alright, there we go. So, other than that, I have also done a little bit of work on the main building itself to keep in with the ethic. I've added in a few more pipes on the outside, and I've added in this extra reinforced sort of I'm not sure what you call it, barring. I'm not sure what the correct term is, so yeah, forgive me for not knowing. Just like keep it in line with this sort of stuff that's going on with the well, I think they called it the manufacturing factory. Anyway, so yeah, we got this. It's nice, it's lovely, but we still need more. We need more. We always need more. That's sort of the nature of the game. You know, we need to find ways of being able to do things that make our lives easier. And I think for that, what I'm going to do, just double check what I'm currently holding onto. Well, that I can get rid of, but the rest of this, yeah, I'll keep all of this. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off. Excuse me. We're going to start off by dropping down, and we're going to create the refining factory. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to need more than 2 assemblers, and what we can do is either the one in here or the one over there. We can turn that into a dedicated disassembler. Now, what that would mean is like, say we've got, this is what with Izzy script. If you've got a target of say 1,000 steel plates, and you find another, let's say 500, yeah. You drop it in, or you park up your vehicle, or whatever it might be. You've now got 1,500. So what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, well, I need now to disassemble 500. So it will wait for the active assemblers to finish assembling stuff. So say you're building, I don't know, 1,000 thruster components, 500 in each. That's going to take forever, even with the speed modules on them. So what we're going to have is one of these we're going to turn into a disassemble only, and the other one is assemble only. So then that way we got that functionality. Now, in terms of refineries, we're going to need a load. We always need tons of them. Now, the thing about refineries and all that is we can be clever if we wanted to, if we were doing this vanilla, like I did in the Requiem scenario. Or what we can then do is something different, and that is just have a whole mass of them, and Izzy Script will decide what it wants to do with it all. Okay, so I'm going to have this one out from well, this surface here. So I think I'm going to go and like I did with the other one, I'm going to now add in a load of, let's get rid of all of that. Where is it? There's a steel one. Where's the catwalk? I've gone past it. There it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is what I did before. I'm going to add in a corner catwalk there and there. Add in catwalk that wall there, and where's the hey? Oh, it's got rid of my other ones. Okay. Okay, dokey then. So in that case, then, how did I do this on the other side then? Exactly like that. Okay. Oh, I get it. It's because we're trying to... I follow. Okay, so... I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use scaffold. I'm going to use the slope one and put that in there. So that I can then create my base, if you will, there. Okay. Let me think. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to, have all this angled sort of stuff rather than having just simple straight edges all the time. And shall we do the concrete as well, rather than make it metal? Yeah, I think we shall. I think we shall. Yeah, let's do that. Where's concrete gone? There it is. So we're getting the concrete. Use the lighter grey for this. There we go. We can have that sort of lovely sort of texture there. And then what they did was they did something like this to then bring it out. I think I'm going to go to town on this. I think we're going to add in quite a mass of concrete. I've really got no idea how much I'm going to need. Alright, let's see if we can get under here using our trick with the jetpack. Because we're going to need to get under here, we're going to need to... There, that's got that. There we go. So we're going to have it quite large because we're going to have a load of refineries in here. So naturally, it's going to be quite the colossal size anyway. So yep, there's that corner there. And we are going to then... Oh, please tell me I've done this right. Oh, thank God I did use blocks. Like we did on the other side, I think what we're going to have to do is... I can't seem to get it. There we go. Oops, missed. Going to bring it through the sand itself as if we've embedded the concrete into the sand. And then that will give us the our baseline at the moment. Okay, so What I'm thinking, yeah, is maybe about 10 refineries all in all. So but with a gap in between each. Alright, so if we say the wall is this block here, so what's that? That's like one in from each corner. No, actually no, it's going to be one more in, isn't it? Because we got this bit here, so yeah, so we'll say that one there. Right. Build some of this in so we know what we're looking at. So that was 1, 1. We were saying 1, 2 now, yeah? So if that's the wall, going to have these inside. So it would have 1, 2, and then gap, and then 1, 2, and then gap, and then 1, 2. So that's 3. So that's 1, 2 gap. That's 4. That'd be 5. Okay, so we could, there's a gap and then have the back wall here. So if that's the back wall, for now, we just need a reference of what we're doing here. Then we've got 2 going that way, 1 going that way. Okay. Hold on, I've got this in the wrong place, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Okay. Oops. So there's back wall there. That's 1 that way, 2 that way. So that would be a corner piece there. That's straight there. We want it sort of mirror imaged as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Assume that the bridge came across to there as well. One, 2, 3, 4. So 4 on this side, 6 on the other side. That's of the straights. So, judging from that, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This just needs to come out one more because I've got that wrong. Okay, so now we've got our shape and size. We can now start filling in everything else in between, which is the bit that's going to take a while, because it's like getting into some of these awkward places like that. I did have it just a minute ago. I think we're going to have to do this later first. Don't think that's even worth it, is it? There we go. We can start mass filling it in. So this is going to take a moment to do. And a ton of resources.
Energy low.
Yeah, and that stuff too. Okay, so run out of running out of energy, run out of steel plate. So see if we can get some more. Oh, look at that. Plenty for us to grab. Let's go this way. Start getting used to the new route. So you can see basically what I'm aiming towards. Creating a solid foundation. So even though the spawn rate of the spiders on Pertam is apparently a hell of a lot slower than on the alien world, I still really don't want anything appearing under the base as best as I can, you know. You know how it's like in these sort of games, you know, they'll find a way of sort of making sure that they can break your base in every way possible by having random spawns appearing like under your base when you don't really expect it, need it, want it. Oh my yards. Okay, gonna have to take some of these out because
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
unfortunately I've got to get under here and put the underlying foundation in there. What I'm going to do is probably get this layer done and then quickly check on my rig just to make sure I don't dig more than I actually need. There we go. Hold on a minute, I have forgotten this section here. There we go. Now where did I park the buggy? I'm going to need to actually find a place to put this at some point. What the? What's going on? Hey? That's weird. For some reason I was pressing forward and it was going backwards. It was like one of the wheels had gone crazy. I was still harvesting the silver. I'm doing a reasonably good job of it too. I would have thought it was way past the silver by now. But it thinks not. I think I see some right there actually. Okay, so back to the project. I mean, in effect, it's also quite a good thing as well because it's giving. Actually, that might be a good place to park it. Alright, let's get these corners in place. Because I'm stuck. Oh, right, okay. Okay, let's see. Has that got all of it? No. I thought there was some bits missing in there. I think that's where I was like, trying to figure out what I was doing. Okay. So we've got this huge bit to do at the moment. Mash click them in. this is sort of like the fastest way I've found of being able to do this in pure survival mode. I don't actually know if there is a faster way, but there is. I'd love to know how. Because I know if you're doing it in like creative mode, you could just like do like a huge block of stuff very, very, very easily. But in this mode, you just got to place every single one, which can take time, especially if you're creating something new. So in a way, sometimes it is good to actually spend time in creative mode, play around with some ideas, and get some things built up for your putting your bookmarks and all that sort of stuff. But for me, I've always found my best results are when I'm going through in survival. Probably because of the fact that like my first survival game was Valheim, and at the time there was no survival mode, creative mode. Sorry, it was just pure survival. I mean, yes, I suppose you could go down the route of saying, oh yeah, but there was, but if you turned on the DM mode, yeah, true. I'm not going to lie with that. That actually was quite useful. When I found out you could do such a thing. But yeah, because I came up with some really nice builds. But by that time, I'd learned how to play survival. What I needed to do roughly, what sort of order and that sort of thing. Doesn't mean I'm great at this stuff, because I mean, you guys know, from my videos, the number of times I've died doing things is kind of unreal. But I don't know, I just love this sort of style of game where I can just go in, build things to my heart's content. Because the number of times I've like played games and I've been thinking to myself, yeah, but you know what, that build Sanso company has done, it's not how I would do it. Oh, that building there, I would have used that for something else. Yeah, I mean, childish, I know, and that's how at one point I thought. And then when I was introduced to survival gaming, especially open world stuff, I was like, yes, now I can create the buildings how I want. And honestly, now that I can actually sort of take my hat off to game designers and say, well, actually, you know what? I now understand why you've done X, Y, Z, because it's hard enough as it is to build stuff in the first place. To design stuff for games, that is. So, yeah, I mean, I've got mad respect for game designers just from playing this sort of style of game. Okay, whilst that's all retracting and doing its thing, let's continue on with this lovely drawing stuff. Whoops. Right, this is the second layer, I believe. Almost done. So Oh, okay. Sort of worked out nicely. Oh, you're kidding me? I've run out now? Oh, sorry, no, that was the last layer. Oh, okay. Oops, and I got this wrong. I should have put in the one with the two railings in it. Actually, while we're here, recharge a little. Ton of steel. Let's get this all in place first. There we go. And then we can then...
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Let's work on getting this right. There we go. The one with the double arms. Turn that into our other texture. There we go. That was what I was intending, so I apologise for that. Okay. Right. Sounds like someone's at the door. Give me a minute.